Hello Reformers, and welcome back to Phantasy Calradia, and we are joined once again by Arkane Deathbloom. He is our Necromancer, one of the hardest starts in the mod, and we're going to be going up against a couple of skeletons, 73 against 40. Now bear in mind that obviously we do have the numbers, but, well, in terms of quality, certainly not, so yeah. But obviously these are skeletons, so we're probably just gonna be fine because we're up against some skeletons, and we're skeletons ourselves, so yes, should be okay. Now let's just take a look. Ooh, some of them have lances. Some of them do actually have lances. This is not good. Ooh, that was pretty close. I almost took him out in one hit. Oh, unfortunately our companion has been eliminated in one hit. Oh, that's not very good, is it? Quiona, what are you doing? Ah, that's terrible. That is absolutely terrible. Oh well, never mind. I suppose it's okay because we are still alive ourselves. And that's what matters, I guess, because we're able to get a little bit of extra experience. There we go. Let us charge. Let us all charge in and see what we can do. Obviously now I'm going to get killed. Am I? Am I literally going to get killed now? That would be pretty bad. Seems not. Seems I could just disappear into the many, many swathes of units that I have around me right here. There we go. Oh yes. Nice. Alright, so yeah, this is pretty much done. We're very, very close by to the cursed something, that, you know, the cursed hideout or whatever it's called, and we're gonna be, well, we're gonna be going in there in just a second. But obviously what I want to do is I want to try and make it so that Quiona is going to be joining me in there, because isn't she going to be a little bit more useful than regular units? I don't actually know about that, because it seems like she got eliminated pretty fast, but oh well, never mind. Now, what I'm really looking forward to is learning magic, because obviously, as I've shown in, I think it was part 1? I think it was part 1, I showed how you can learn to, you know, use magic, and I believe that every class can learn to use magic, with the exception of maybe, I don't know, maybe the Barbarian or something, I don't know, maybe there are some restrictions, but personally, I mean, I have a mana bar, so I should be able to use magic, right? Yeah, so I go to the Mages Guild, you know, say hi, and just pay 2,000, and then I'm able to learn some spells, or at least I hope so. Anyway, there you go. That was a pretty easy fight. And let's see whether she's gonna take some stuff here. She might. She did take some stuff. That's nice. Okay, so she did take some. And she was wearing these before, so I guess I'm just gonna take those myself. They do give us +1, but +1 is really not very useful. I mean, you know, every little bit helps, but it's not really that great. So, yes, we need to go over here. We raised 5 skeletons from the remains of our enemies. The Cursed Cemetery, that's what it's called. There we go. And let's get some more lesser priests. A mummy priest as well. And I suppose the best thing to do right now would be to just wait here for some time. I really don't want to do that because I'm going to continually get attacked from skeletons in the area. Actually, no, they seem to be running away from me, so that seems pretty good. The stars have aligned in a particularly evil and dark way. All necromancers across Calradia are performing undead summoning rituals. Well, I should probably join them, shouldn't I? Yes, look at that. Your savings at the Gnomish Bank are now 60 dinars. It was 55 before, so I am gaining 5 every single time. I'm going to need to do something a little bit different there and probably invest, I don't know, a couple of thousand in there whenever I can, and then, you know, get the Gnomish Bank rolling, because at the moment it's not very useful. Alright, so these guys want to attack us. I'm kind of surprised by that, but it's okay, because as a Necromancer we can, you know, reanimate the bodies of our enemies and gain some pretty powerful units sometimes. For example, shadows. Sometimes shadows are even available from that particular passive skill, and that's pretty amazing. That's the reason why I was wanting to play the Necromancer, not solely because of the mechanics involved, but just because there are more unique mechanics available. But that's exactly the reason why I also stated that I wanted to take a look at some of the other classes in general. I think it could be really fun to try some things out. I believe that one of you mentioned, actually, that the Barbarian doesn't start with any armor, but has 9 iron flesh. Now, I don't know what Iron Flesh is going to do if you don't have armor on, but I'm really interested to see how much strength it actually has. Because if it starts with 9 Iron Flesh, you would assume that it starts with at least 27 strength? Is that true? I don't know. But I would be very interested to find out what actually is the case with the Barbarian. So I might have to do, like, I don't know, maybe like a class preview or something like that. So, you know, many of you can find out if you don't actually want to, you know, start all kinds of different characters. You could just watch the video and find out exactly what's going on with each class. And we could just do that real quick. You know, 10-15 minutes it would take to check out all the stats of all the classes. Not too bad. So, yeah, let me know if you actually want to see that, because otherwise I'm just going to do it off screen. I actually have been meaning to do it for quite some time, but obviously haven't had the time to do it. But yes, anyway, let's see if I can do a little bit of extra damage here to our opponents. It seems like they don't really need me, but we have lost 8. Yeah, 7 actually to the Grim Reaper. But that's not too bad. That is not too bad, because again, we can probably reanimate about that. Maybe about 5. Actually, I'm actually kind of wondering whether it is based on... I mean, I know in previous versions, the amount of units that you were able to reanimate were based on the amount of units that you were fighting. But maybe it's been retuned, and maybe it's based on how much necromancy skill you have. Because it seems like we've only gained 5 so far, but maybe I did gain a little bit more in a previous episode, and I'm just not remembering correctly. That could be it. Anyway, seems like Quiona is not wanting to take anything, and we have a skeleton horse here. So I suppose I'm going to be using that, and let's just take the chest piece and that, and I guess I'm gonna just equip a secondary shield just in case. And I'm also going to be using the Bardiche as well, because we have the opportunity to do so, but that's the thing, my encumbrance level is going to increase quite a bit from that, so I'm not entirely sure if we're going to start moving slowly now, again. And I don't really like that, so let's see what happens. Are we gonna... Oh, 5 zombies. That's weird. That is really, really weird. You'd think that I'd be able to gain a little bit extra because it was a much bigger party that we were fighting. Oh well, never mind. Okay, so Shadow Assassins or Greater Shadow Warriors. I wonder whether there is a troop tree here. Reference material. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm literally going to save because I'm a bit worried that, you know, new mods always have the ability to crash, so just want to make sure that everything is going to work out just fine. Anyway, view all troops, main factions. Oh, the players' supporters, in other words, the neutrals. Kingdom of Swadia. Whoa, they have some... Wow, they have some really heavy units right there. Vagier Elite Guards. Whoa, okay. Okay, so I wonder whether they're actually going to show... Oh, wow. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it didn't actually load that. But before, I'm not entirely sure if they're going to load the Necromancy units. They're probably not going to do that. Are they? Probably not. That's kind of sad. But they're going to load these, obviously. There's the Mummy Heavy Infantry. Whoa, they show absolutely everything. That's crazy. I know that most mods, whenever they have like a troop tree or whatever, they do give you the ability to sometimes see most of the stats, but they don't see, you know, they don't tell you the abilities. Obviously, this is kind of unique to Phantasy Calradia, but they never tell you the abilities or the dodge effects or general information in general. I mean, look at that. They say ranged, no. Mounted, no. That's so cool, because you could just see that at a glance. That's really nice. And now I'm actually wondering, where are the Mummy High Priests? Because these are heavy infantry. Wait a minute. Here? No? Okay, I actually... Oh, wait a minute. I can zoom... Oh, I have been missing so much of the troop trees. Are you serious? Okay. Didn't realize there was a scroll. Yeah. Didn't realize there was a scroll. Very good. Good work, me. Yes, good work. Oh, well, anyway. Point is, the Mummy High Priests do seem to be a little bit better. They do have the ability to heal, I think. I don't know about that. Don't quote me on it. And, yeah, look at that. There's a huge amount of different units here, and there are even bandits. I wonder where... Where are the Necromancers units, the zombies and things like that? Seems like they don't show you. Well, that's a shame, isn't it? But yeah, look at that. You can actually scroll down on absolutely all of these. Wow, the Drow have an absolutely huge amount. Drow High Priestess. Whoa, that's crazy. These shields are insane, by the way, as well. The Drow are really, really tough. And obviously the dwarves are fantastic as well. I mean, you can just look at the Dwarven Paragons. They are the ones that you have to be very, very scared of. They have 7 magic defense and almost 500 in one-handed and two-handed weapon proficiency. I don't know how you can beat them. I don't know how you can beat them. I mean, yeah, you could probably beat them with orcs, maybe? I think that's going to be pretty hard, but yeah. What about these things? Can I... Good clerics, neutral clerics, evil clerics. That's cool. That is actually really cool. What about bandits? A Balrog. Yes, the Balrog has 500 in every proficiency, and huge amounts of power strike, 79 HP. It's just insane. Oh my. Look at that. Its melee rating is 770. That is its weapon, by the way. If you want to see, that is its weapon. It also has Fireball, so it's able to use fireballs against us and everything. You could, technically, I suppose, roleplay as a Balrog, because you could probably go into the quote-unquote black market, in other words, the cheap menu, and you could, you know, summon yourself up a couple of pieces of Balrog armor. So if you wanted to, you could very easily roleplay as a Balrog. That would be pretty awesome. Alright, so what else do we have here? It's actually kind of interesting to take a look at absolutely all of the units that are available here. And as you can see, you can even take a look at the companions as well. They're all very much the base companions, with the exception of a devil. We actually have a devil here, or technically a demon of some sort. So that's pretty cool. And what else do we have? A lot of other units that we are unfamiliar with. Wow, that's cool. I remember Frudak. I remember Frudak and Fruorin and Alithira and Unela. I remember them all. And there we go. There are the undead units. Fantastic. Okay, so let's take a quick look at the Shadow Assassins. Well, there's the Shadow Assassins. There we go. Okay, so they are a ranged unit, and they are able to use Shadow Throwing Knives for 20 piercing damage. Not the greatest. Not the greatest, I gotta say. They do have 62 HP, 300 in every weapon proficiency, which is pretty good. Let's take a look at the heavy... Is it the Heavy Shadow Warriors, or where are they? These them? Greater Shadow Warriors. Yes, there we go. They have 300 in every weapon proficiency as well. They do not have any ranged abilities whatsoever. And they do have... Wow, I think they're much better, yeah. I think they're much better. So we're probably going to go for them. Yes. Greater Shadow Warriors. They seem to have much better survivability because they have shields and they're just in general much more likely to survive, because they don't switch to ranged combat or anything like that. So let's continue to increase our strength so we can eventually, hopefully, be able to use some Summon Shadows abilities. I think that would be pretty cool. Now, I did receive a report from one of you that unarmed combat does not work. Now, I'm not entirely sure why that would be. Maybe there are some unarmed weapons that you can use, or maybe you need to equip some sort of quote-unquote unarmed weapon. You know, in other words, something that doesn't show up, but acts like you're hitting with bare hands. Maybe it's something like that. But yeah, that's also something that I'd love to try out. I would definitely love to try out some unarmed combat. Anyway, I'm going to wait here for some time still, even though these guys are wanting to attack me. Oh my. This is actually a really good way of leveling up, but I kind of want to go into the Cursed Cemetery, but I really don't want to go in there when I am pretty low in HP, and by low in HP I mean like 70%, obviously. So, yes. There we are. We are kind of friendly with the dwarves, which is quite nice. I think the dwarves don't like us specifically, though, because they don't like necromancers. So that's not very nice, is it? Anyway. Let's see if I can maybe... Yes, there we go. Come on, Lord Arrelsturk. You're helping me out here. That's very nice of you. Okay, so everyone is almost back up to full HP with the exception of Quiona. And I'm going to have to Gonna have to do a little bit of jiggery-pokery to get around them, but I don't want to attack at night either. Oh my. Are you serious? Come on. Leave me alone, thank you very much. I would appreciate it. Who's that? Lord Ranval. I need to speak to him. I need to speak to him regarding the quest for the murderer. You know, that one. Yes, I found him. Of course, I gave him his punishment. There we are. And we'll all be better off without him. Yes, this is blood money, sir. I can't accept it. There we are. We gained some honor, which we very much need. Even though we're trying to play an evil character, I suppose. I don't know how good it is to be dishonorable, so I don't know if there's any bonuses to being dishonorable in the mod, so it's probably best to not do that. Ah, we can join the Delthasum Empire as a mercenary. Now, here's the thing. I'm not entirely sure if I want to do that at the moment. I don't know, because if I do that, and then I'm at war against some faction that I can't possibly fight against, then that could be a bit of an issue, because obviously you can see here this guy has 371 units in his army, which is just insane. I don't know how I'm going to be able to compete against some of the other vassals if they have exactly the same amount of units. Anyway, let's finally go into the hideout and finish this up, shall we? So, what are we going to be fighting against? We're going to be fighting against skeletons, I assume, so we're going to have to be a little bit careful here. Zombies? Why do I have zombies in here? I do have a Shadow Warrior, but why do I not have Quiona and the shadows that I have at the top of my army list? That's always very strange to me. Oh well, never mind. It's actually not a big deal at all. I think we're going to be easily able to deal with this, but I am moving very, very slowly because of my Bardiche. Yes, I think I need to just increase my strength a little bit more. That seems to be a mechanic nowadays in Phantasy Calradia. Whoa, that Shadow Warrior is absolutely murdering everyone! And the Zombie Warrior as well. Well, I'm kind of surprised about that, I gotta say. Okay, so what I'd like to do is I'd actually like to use my Bardiche. Wow, the size of this shield is not protecting me at all. That's the reason why I was talking about it. The size is very important when it comes to blocking arrows. But there you go. We're just gonna have to deal with it, I guess. Hopefully I won't be killed by their shots. Alright, prepare to meet your doom, skeleton. There we go. That was easy enough, wasn't it? Yeah, it's very nice. I love the Bardiche. Whenever I've played multiplayer in the past, Bardiche is always my weapon of choice, but obviously I get absolutely murdered by archers. But yeah, that's just how it goes. You live by the Bardiche, you die by the Bardiche. Or in this case, you die by the many, many arrows that are streaming towards your face. Yes. Okay, so who is that? Is that the brother? Or what's actually going on here? He's just running around randomly. Okay, could you just charge in, everyone? It seems like these guys aren't charging in and they're causing me to have a bit of difficulty getting over here because they're actually shooting me very accurately. Oh, hello. Get out of my way. Thank you very much, looter. Why are you helping the skeletons? He must have been brainwashed or something. Dodges. Really? He dodged my attack. How dare you? Okay, so yeah, it seems like there's a bit of a pathing issue in the hideouts. Yeah, you thought you could beat me. Come on now. Skeletal Warrior. I mean, he was literally like, I'm going to block, and then I'm going to pull back my weapon, and then I'm going to shoot you. Oh, well, attack you. That's not going to work. Okay, so unfortunately I haven't sold, but that doesn't really matter because the loot isn't really the main reason why I do this anyway. So let's just swap a bunch of these out and pick up some of the better stuff. Wow, there's actually not much here that I could really use. I'm already using a chipped military hammer, that's pretty hilarious. Yeah, some of these shields are pretty good in terms of their size, but they're not what I'm looking for. So, that is fine. Let's see if she wants to take anything. She is taking some nomad boots and some reinforced plain cavalry shield. Alright. Doesn't want to use these drow leather boots anymore? Okay. Alright, so we're done. We're done with that quest. So that's fantastic. So, where do I have to go now? Ah, the Lich King! The Lich King himself! Oh, fantastic. Okay, so let's go back to the Obsidian Spire. It is about time that we go back and sell, of course. So, where is he? Oh no. It's going to be difficult for me to find him, isn't it? Maybe. Alright, so let's go into the marketplace here. And sell. Gonna sell absolutely everything. We need to, after all. Give me all that lovely money. And hilariously enough, it's starting. This merchant is actually starting to run out of cash. That is not good. Alright, so what is actually happening with my food situation? It seems like we're consuming food at a much lower rate. Is that because we are fielding many undead units? Or is it just the way that Phantasy Calradia is tuned nowadays? I don't know. I suppose we're going to find out. Let's assess some local prices, because I do actually have 3 in trade. So it might make sense for us to do that. Did it not? Wait a minute. Is it a bit bugged? Do bear in mind this is actually the open beta, or beta, however you want to say it, of this mod. So there are going to be a couple of things that are not necessarily working correctly. So yes, it seems like it is actually not working. So that's a bit unfortunate. I'd like to find out where Lich King Malairan is though, so I suppose I'm going to be asking Lord Ranval. Ah, he's traveling close. Ah, very nice. He's traveling to the Obsidian Spire right now, and he's very close to the Keep of Thorns, apparently. So I guess I'm just going to wait here. And let's see whether he actually arrives. No, that's someone else. Anyone else? No, no. Well, there's our wages. The wages are actually really, really low. We are 50% of our current... Well, technically we need double the amount that we have right now in our inventory to be able to get a Weaverian Dye Works. So hopefully we'll be able to do that reasonably soon. And is that him? No, that's not him. Lord Gallard? Lord Gallard is actually a Necromancer now? Are you serious? Okay, so where is he? Is that him? Yes, there he is. Okay, so he has 654 now. Wow. So as you can see, doing tasks gives you a huge amount of experience. We've just gained 2 levels, and Quiona has gained 3. So that is really, really nice. Anyway, there we go. That is great. So, shall we do another task? Oh no. I do not need your help at this time. Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you really sure? Seems like he is really sure. Oh well, never mind. At least we've gotten some levels. And yeah, so many of you have actually told me how to do this quest as well. Apparently I don't need to raid a village, and I can just ask some village elders for the heads of cattle. So that's nice. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.